This was a hard decision to come to, but I believe it was the right one. I have actually pulled my own novel from the market, and I did so because I was inspired, in a way, the wrong way, by Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars. When they release a new movie in the Marvel Universe or Star Wars now, there's always content that depends on a mini series on Disney Plus that nobody watched. And so now you haven't gotten the character introduction if you're new to this character in the new release movie, or the background story that you don't know. You don't have all of it. I published this in 2020, and very shortly after, Booksby Press asked me to write spin-off content for a limited edition miniature book. And so I wrote a short story that is also kind of a bonus chapter to The Grave Below, and published it as Knowing Good and Evil. And that was that. Everything was great. Well, requests for a sequel to The Grave Below poured in, and I swore there would be no sequel, but you all won, and so I'm writing the sequel. Now I'm in that MCU Star Wars situation where if you're going to read the sequel and you've only read this, you don't actually have the totality of content. You don't need this to understand this and to get the sequel, but it just seemed not right to me. So I reached out to Todd Sommerfeld of Booksby Press, talked to him about it. Even though this has not sold out, this is still available as a collectible book on his site. He agreed to absolutely re-release The Grave Below with this bonus chapter integrated into it. And while I'm doing that, I'm taking the opportunity from feedback from subsequent readers after it was released to make improvements elsewhere in this. There are things that need smoothing over, things to deal with world building, info dumps, characters, all that even though I had done a lot of work on it in the first place, they can still be brought to better. And so I'm going to do that. I have done that. I've got somebody rereading the new manuscript right now and make sure I didn't introduce any continuity errors, and have I brought it to the point where, yeah, this is decided improvements and it's paced better and it's a better read. And so the re-release of The Grave Below is planned for later this year in anticipation of the sequel coming out hopefully fall of next year. That's the plan, God willing. So I beg your forgiveness for having to do this. It's not a cash grab. I encourage you to go to Booksby Press and buy the limited edition Knowing Good and Evil. I don't make anything off that purchase. This is not anything that helps me. And so I encourage you to support Booksby Press and their publications. But I also hope that you will forgive me if you've already read The Grave Below and don't want to buy the updated version. I understand you won't absolutely need it for the sequel. You won't, but I still think I want everything packaged in a manner that gives continuity. And so I don't want people to be dependent on this the way they are for miniseries in the Marvel Universe.